So here we are looking inside the Mac grill. Now this connector here, this is the larger Molex connector, and that's what comes with the Fireboard controller. And you see on these adapter cables that I made, these is the smaller one here that is on your Mac grill, and I made the adapter for it to go here to plug in. Now if I was to do this again, I would just cut these wires and then get the plug so that it would just plug directly into the Fireboard controller. And I'll put a link to the plug sets down on Amazon, because that way you only have to make 2 of them and plug it right back in. The other thing you could do is you could just cut these wires like here, and then just use a spade kind of connector and put them together like that, and they would work fine. But that's how I did it on this one, so you can kind of get an idea of what we have with that. And you will notice also on these connectors, one of the things I was saying is when you pull them out, there's always going to be like this one's square and this one is got the one like rounded side. And if you look at this big connector here, it's kind of the same way. You see where it's got the rounded part side that would go in here. So once you kind of just match those 2 up, it'll work. And honestly, I think if you had it even backwards, it's going to work. It's just a 12-volt system. Now for the front of it. So here we are at the controller. And you can see here, this would be the bottom of the Mac right here. So this does hang down a little bit there, and it actually hangs over a lot this way because the controller is like so instead of the Mac that was like this. I did put a couple hooks down here. These are just magnetic hooks. Move around, do whatever. So when you have it plugged in and you're going to start it, you press the button here and that will turn it on. And the default is going to, if you press the button now for the default, it's going to start to light at 225. And you can see that it says 225. If I wanted it to be any higher, I could just dial it to whatever temperature I wanted it to be, all the way to 450. And it will go down to 180. We'll just set this at the 225 temperature and leave it there. Now you'll notice too that I have these are the other pits that are plugged in, and there's 5 other plugged in. The 6th one is the one that's going to be the probe inside the grill, but there's still more to plug in here if we wanted to. Now if I wanted to see these in a different way, there's 3 buttons here on the side. So if you press the top one, that's going to give you the graph view. Press it again. This gives you all of them in an easy to read format. And one more time, we're down to the big view here, and this will go back to where we started at. And there's other different things you can configure it with over here to make it all work. But this is all it takes, and before you know it, it gets going and you're ready to roll. I'll take a video a little bit later of it smoking at 225.